Hello YouTubers, this is Bob. It is so good to be back with you. Well, I promised you guys another YouTube celebrity reading, and do I have a treat for you today. This is one of my new subscribers, and might I add, now becoming a friend here on YouTube. His name is Davis Fontanes. And Davis wrote me a wonderful letter and said, Bob, I'd like to be considered for a reading. And I looked at his channel, I said, my goodness, this man is amazing. I have to read for him. So Davis, thank you for the honor. I'm so honored and privileged to have this opportunity. But before we get into your reading, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay. Fletcher's here. He sends his greetings. You know, Davis, as I'm stepping forward here into your vibration, I'm receiving around you a lot of beautiful light, blue light and silver light. And this is very interesting because it's almost like your aura is now being rebuilt here. It's interesting because when I go back on your chart and I step back about the last, I'd say 2 months, it's like you're coming out of kind of a lull, a holding period, maybe a little bit of a depression here. But the good thing is I see now around you this beautiful blue light and silver light, which is a light of new beginning. Now, it's interesting here because they're telling me also that the blue indicates for you a lot of networking activity. And I do see around you, particularly in the month of June here, a new opportunity coming for you. And I want you to keep your eye out because they're showing me that in June there seems to be some sort of public relations thing here going on with you. And I feel this is connected to somehow either like a club opening or some sort of high profile event where you're going to actually be doing an appearance. And I do see media and press coverage around that for you. Okay, this looks very, very good for you. And I also pick up here some travel as well for you. And I feel that when you get around a little closer to October, you'll be traveling down to LA. And I do feel like there's some more media connections down there. It looks like this is connected to some sort of television special here, or maybe a video shoot of some type. But I do see you in a studio, okay? Now, you know, Davis, also I want to tell you here, as I'm stepping into your energy field, I also pick up here a lot of new creative energy here around you. And it's like literally somebody's turned on the power light here. And I do see you doing a lot of writing as well. And I do feel like the spirit people are trying to get you to start writing more music, okay? And you know, speaking of music, you do have out an album called Light and Dark. And for those of you watching, you've got to get his album. He's very talented. You know, Davis, I have to tell you, I'm seeing that that album go up in sales throughout the summer here. And I do feel that you're going to get a lot more recognition from that. And your song, Supersonic, looks like it's going to really take off here, okay? But you know, Davis, also I want to touch in here because the other thing is in the art field, this blue light indicates a lot of spirit connection. And I do feel that you have a lot of activity around you in spirit, a lot of psychic gifts here. And I'm picking up around you here. I've got a lady here. I want to place this on the mother's side of the family. And this goes back, this would be like a great aunt, like a grandmother's sister, or even a great-grandmother's sister. But this aunt here that comes in around you, she keeps asking me to tell you that she is connected to you. And she says that she sends you messages. It's strange because around your songwriting, I see these bursts of inspiration coming. And this is the work of spirit around you. So I want you to really work on hearing and listening to that. Now, you know, speaking of, you know, spirit connections, I also get around you a spirit guide. And your spirit guide's name is Joseph. And Joseph shows me the robes of a monk. It looks like he may have been a Franciscan monk. They're dark brown here. And Joseph said, yeah, he said, I was always a bit of a rebel. And he said even though he was a Catholic monk, he always rebelled against the church and did his own thing. And he says he likes to work with you because you're a bit of a rebel as well, okay? And he's asking me to tell you as well that he is leading you and guiding you and will be helping you to meet, his words, the right people, okay? Now, I also pick up here around you Rose, my spirit guide, Rose, and she's coming in here. And she says, yes, I am also working in the networking area. You know, Davis, it's very interesting because 2010 for you is very much about literally being out in front, getting in front of the crowd here. And I keep seeing a lot of camera flashes. I keep seeing a lot of people asking questions. So it does look like you're moving into a more high-profile position. Now, they're also asking you to talk to you here about an issue around an agent. And I feel like right now you're in a bit of a kind of a holding pattern around somebody who would serve as like would be an agent or some sort of representative. And I'm seeing a change around that as we go towards the end of May, maybe June. And I feel like there's somebody new coming in to fill that position in your life and in your work. And I do want you to be open to it. I see a lady connect us as a female. She has kind of longish hair, looks like auburn colored hair around her. And she's going to be working for you as an agent to get you more publicity. And I do see that really taking off, okay? And I also get around you here some travel coming. And I do see a trip to New York, interestingly. And I feel that you'll be going there around August. So do be open to some travel here as well. And Fletcher says, he said, yeah, he thinks he's going for fun, but it actually turns into a business opportunity. So I do want you to be open to that as well, okay? Now, Davis, they're also asking me to tell you here a little bit about your past lives. And they're saying this is important. What's interesting is you had a past life, one of your past lives, it looks like it was in the 1870s, and you were in England. And you were a British sailor, and you used to love to go on the seas. Now, what's interesting about that is not so much that you were a sailor, but your connection to the weather. And they showed me that as a young man growing up, you grew up in a household with a mother who was a practitioner of magic, and you learned how to do magic. And so you were so good at it, you could predict weather like a month ahead of time. And this was in the time before satellites, you know. And you used to be able to, you know, tell the sailors, oh, you know, don't sail this day, there's going to be a storm. They started calling you a weather witch because you knew so much about it. And Fletcher says, he says, you carry over that ability now. And I do believe you also, one of your psychic gifts is the ability to not only know the weather, but to also influence it. Because they showed me in that past life, like if a storm brewed up, you could calm it down. And everybody on the ships were always amazed, okay? But I do see you, and it looks like you died around 1900 here, okay? But I think it was just, looks like it was a heart condition around you, okay? Now, I don't see a heart condition, fortunately, around you now, and I do believe you're here a long time, okay? But I do want to bring that over because they're saying that this kind of weather connection is going to be important for you this year. It's kind of to help you with your psychic abilities. I do see a lot of what I call magic power around you. And they show me that by the form of the pentagram surrounding you. So you have the pentagram protecting you and surrounding you and empowering you, okay? Now, the other thing I also want to touch in on here is that I also do pick up for you, as I said earlier, album sales increase. And I do feel that you will be releasing another album here, if not at the end of 2010, then early 2011. So I do want you to keep pressing on that front. I am seeing higher profile media contacts for you. So do be watching because there's the June event. There's also one in like October, and I'm also seeing November and December as important months around this. And I do really feel that you are moving into a much more high-profile position here, okay? Anyways, you know, the first part of 2010 for you has been a little bit of a lull, but I tell you, the second half, as we hit into June through December, really going up, okay? So keep working on it, keep going. Yes, okay. Fletcher's asking me to tell you that he also will be helping you, okay? Anyways, Davis, thank you so much for asking me to read for you. I hope this is giving you some insight, and thank you for your time. I send you my blessings. Peace and light.